Hello, and welcome to Recent Activity, your new favorite entertainment review podcast that attempts to cover every film, every show, all at once. My name is Andrew Morgan. I am one of the three best friends that any listener should have, and one of the three amazing hosts on this show. And with me every week will be longtime entertainment podcaster and the former host of Media Mosh, Mr. Shane Beauregard.
Hello, how's everyone doing? Ready to do this thing? Let's go.
And longtime film blogger under the moniker Arguing With Myself, Mr. Chris Frodel.
I have people to argue with now.
Very true. Glad to have you here, man. We are very excited to start this new venture as the latest member of the Forgotten Entertainment family. Go check out all of Forgotten Entertainment's amazing podcasts and video content on ForgottenEntertainment.com. Now, Shane, what can listeners expect from our show, Recent Activity, maybe some stuff that maybe you didn't do on Media Mosh?
I am so excited for this venture. You have no idea. If all my other listeners from Media Mosh knows, I try to come at movies from the average Joe perspective. So I'm not a hoity-toity kind of reviewer. I come at it at like the average person watching a movie, and this balances out with you and Chris because you guys sometimes dip into the more highfalutin, high-end movies. So I'm here to balance everybody out. Frank Grillo, live on.
Yeah, I was about to say, I did feel personally attacked on that one.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah. I mean, I drag Chris to film festival things now, and hopefully we could do more of that in the future. But, you know, we'll round it out. You know, we kind of do the whole thing. I care about the Oscars. You guys don't really care. Like, we have that disconnect. However, I think it all helps make for a better show. And you guys have both been on my former podcast, the NOMCAST, the Netflix original movie podcast, a bunch. And that's why I liked having you guys on. And people have told me on Twitter now, because we have our own Twitter feed at Recent Act Pod, that this is like the Avengers coming together. And I was like very honored by that. But I was like, well, we did that a lot on my show anyway. You guys would come on like it felt like every few weeks. And this just made sense. It just made sense for us all to kind of get together. But Chris, you didn't really have your own podcast before, so you're kind of entering into that, coming from out of the guest chair and into the host chair. So how are you feeling about doing this, and what do you think that the listeners should know about the new show?
I got to say, this chair is quite comfy, you know, going from the guest to co-host. People tell me often, and it kind of hurts, the written word is dead. And when you build your passion as a writer, you don't want to hear that. But now I have comrades in podcasting where we could speak in the moment on what we're doing recently in our lives, what we're watching, what we're interested in. And I'm excited for the future. I really am. I thank you guys for letting me come onto this voyage, and I look forward to the future. And
your wife should not say such mean things about your writing to your face, man. That's a tough one. You know.
I know. Well, she has a whole month, you know, where she takes over. So
yeah. Which, I mean, that's the thing too. We all had things we did on our podcast or elements of your film blog, Chris, like that we can all kind of combine together. I'm excited just to not cover just Netflix. I was so jealous of people like Shane and Chris who could be like, oh, I'm just really into X movie, or maybe the big movie of the week or the big show of the week. And then you can, you know, say all your things about it. To me, I was so pigeonholed by just doing whatever Netflix thing came out. Now, they have a ton of content, but when I was doing only Netflix films, sometimes it can get really depressing to have to comb through, you know, some of these things that I don't have a big interest, or there's not a show worth of a movie. And I love the fact that I can come on and talk to two great guys who know what they're talking about and talk about the movies or TV shows that I want to talk about. Or we could do fun things like top 5 lists, or, you know, talk about, you know, like some classic movie. Like I think when we first started looking at stuff, you know, E.T. is 40 years old this year. and it was such a seminal movie for me. And you guys are a little bit older than me, so maybe it even means more to you than even me. But like, that's a movie that I can definitely see us talking about, at least as a segment, if not a show, to be like, this was the kickoff for a lot of things. Because guys, next week I'm turning 40 years old. I am 1982, so that movie meant a lot. So we could talk about things like that, and I'm excited to do these things. Shane, do you feel the same way?
I am ultra excited because I enjoy doing my own show, as you know. But it was a solo show, so I didn't have anyone to bounce anything off of. It was just me spouting all my rants and just thoughts, which was fun. But I'm ultra excited to actually have a conversation with two other people who share the same passion that I do in movies and film and TV. So for me, I expect these two guys to keep me in check because I do go off. I do go off into rants once in a while. So I expect these guys to keep me in check. But like Andrew said, like I can't be more excited about what we're doing right now. Like I'm bubbling right now, and you can't see it on because we're recording, but like it's just it's out there. So I'm excited. My passion for movies, and Andrew knows, like, not to say I swim in the gutter of movies. I do tend to watch movies that people normally will not watch. So that's my bag. That's what I bring to the show. I watch movies that people normally wouldn't watch, so I can tell you about it. And Andrew and Chris share the same passions, but ultimately they do swim in a higher level. I'll admit that right now. Yeah, I'm bursting at the seams right now, people. So who knows what you'll get. I'm excited for the future in our episodes. You might get naked episodes. Who knows? I might lather myself.
Oh God!
I might lather myself in mayonnaise naked. Who knows?
It's true. Thank God for the audio medium.
Yeah, right. I will say a little peek behind the curtain. Speaking of passion, we were very passionate about a buildup of what we're currently watching, our recent activity, if you will.
Yeah.
Where I'm recording is my garage, and my wife, Melanie, who I lovingly called the missus, texted me and go, "Are you guys fighting?" I said, no, we're just talking passionately about something. I assure you everything is all right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But what's not
That's
all
what we
right
bring to the table.
is Moon Knight on Disney Plus. So you'll hear about that soon enough. So, but what's beautiful, I echo a lot of the things that Shane said, where like I'm fascinated by our art. We're so similar because we've started to put together some top 5 lists, and we're kind of seeing some of the similarities. But it's interesting that there is that kind of disconnect, or at least like different stuff that maybe we'll get to, because even Chris and I had, I think, the same favorite movie from last year, but it's one of those movies that a lot of people didn't even find or didn't even seek out. Which was Riders of Justice. If anyone hasn't seen it, I believe it might still be on Hulu. Mads Mikkelsen for life. But like,
I think so, yeah.
But that's a movie that hopefully we can get, because of our varied taste, that we can bring out these not so seen movies and bring out these recommendations to you guys, as well as talking about the latest Marvel movie or talking about Oscar movies coming through at a similar time. So I'm excited because all year round there's different things, there's different stories constantly going around in the entertainment industry, and I'm actually very excited for the TV show part that we're going to do too, because I will say we're starting again to put our top 5s or things together. I didn't get to watch a whole lot because I was doing a Netflix film podcast. So I would watch things maybe later than other people would, be out of the zeitgeist, feeling, as an outsider. And then there's times now where, we get to be like in the moment, talking about these things. I'm excited for Stranger Things coming up in a few weeks. We're going to probably talk about that ad nauseum. Shane, you got anything that, like, because you were able to do the TV thing, you excited to kind of do that big breakdown?
Yes, I am. And I struggled with this in the past for my own show because I didn't know how to tackle reviewing TV shows, because I would wait to the end of the show, like let's say Reacher, which you're watching right now.
Right.
It's hard to review a show at the very end of it. So I'm excited to kind of like tackle it episode by episode without giving spoilers out.
Right.
For me, and if you don't know this, people, my rule is, and I'll lay this out right now, for a current TV show, you have 2 weeks to watch it. If in 2 weeks you haven't watched it, I'm dropping spoilers. If it's a movie, you have 1 week to see it. Like, so when Maverick Top Gun comes out, we're going to talk spoilers after a week. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not the kind of person to wait a month or 2 months to drop spoilers. We're going to talk about it. But TV shows, I think that's where it's at right now. Like, I try to find a movie to watch, but ultimately I end up watching TV shows. That's where everything's at right now. My top 5 for TV shows, which you'll hear the next episode, there's so much to choose from because all these actors and prominent people are doing TV work rather than movie work. So I think that's where the trend's going. And right now, I hate to say it, HBO Max has it going on. It has it going on right now.
Agreed.
Yeah, but what I would say is we are also in that part of the movie year, which you'll see every year, where the dead part before kind of that May going into summer season, and then the fall kind of prestige Oscar season or the horror season or any of these things start to pop up going into the holiday season, of course, too. Those have their own seasons. Right now, we just exited Dumpuary. We're trying to just hold on. We're white knuckling through the tough part of the year. So that's usually when TV thrives. So that's where we're living right now, and I completely agree. And then we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But as I said, we hopefully should have a top 5 of the year so far coming through. And so you'll kind of see where that's going. We're also going to have a summer movie preview episode where we'll talk about what we're excited for and kind of go through that. Also, by the way, guys, CinemaCon just went on, and boy, is Top Gun Maverick blowing people away right now. Blowing people away, which I'm super excited. Like I said, I'm turning 40. These guys are a few years older than me, so I'm sure we're all going to be playing volleyball very soon and having some cool sing-alongs around the piano about this one.
A lot of flexing.
I'm getting nude right now.
That's been well established, Shane. I
was going to say that I think he's missing the assignment. We're just supposed to be flexing, looking at time, Yeah, that's all.
Remember, no Iceman because you got shrinkage that possibly happens. So we don't want to do that. If you're getting naked, go the opposite. Go full goose, loosey goose.
Hold on. Let me get the soundbite. You hear that? That's my Iceman chomp.
Nice. I also will say it's very much Chris's fault that of the TV shows I'm watching, I've now watched Minx, which is on HBO Max, and now I'm watching Reacher, and both shows have full frontal nudity multiple times and just, a male full frontal nudity. So I've just now seen it all. So Shane, feel free to be however you want to be, man. Let your freak flag fly and do whatever you like, because I've seen a lot of shit in the last few episodes of things that it's just
Shane's our Sanderfeld.
Yeah,
those will be on bonus episodes of this podcast. Me lather myself up in mayonnaise naked when I get excited about stuff. Yeah, so
accent on the bone.
Yes, Reacher. Yeah, I'm with you, Andrew. We'll talk about Reacher next week because I'm not giving anything away, but it was one of the best shows I've seen. And if anyone doesn't know, that lead actor was in Titans, which I don't know how many people have seen the Titans show on HBO Max or DC Universe. He was also Raphael in the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Turtles movies.
Oh, okay. I knew that he was Aquaman in various forms. He was in Aquaman in Smallville. And I believe he also does the voice for Aquaman in some of the animated films.
Correct.
So, he has that presence. I was surprised I never really saw him before. He kind of has, piqued my interest. That man is a specimen. And
I was going to say, he beefed up there compared to Smallville. I remember seeing stills of him as Aquaman, and then that's him?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Do either of you watch Titans? Because he was pretty buff in Titans.
No.
He was pretty much there in Titans.
No.
If you haven't seen Titans, you guys are missing out. Go watch it on HBO Max right now. It is fantastic.
We're not sponsored by HBO Max, okay?
Listen, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, it was on DC Universe in the Titans live version. It's one of those shows that it's great and it's like down. It's great and down, but it's uneven, but it comes together. It's really good.
I love this, how like we're just doing an intro to podcast episode and we're already giving out recommendations, things that aren't even like current at this point, and we're still doing stuff. We are off the rails, but I am very excited that this is the type of thing that we're going to do all the time. Anything else that the listeners should know, or anything about your backgrounds before we get out of here?
Well, my background, as I said in my bio, go look it up, is I'm an 80s, 90s guy. I live and die by those movies. This is best decades ever for movies. So for those people who live in the gutter like I do, I am your voice. I am speaking to you directly. That's what I bring to this show. I bring just the opposite view, hopefully, of what Andrew and Chris say or watch. I watch the movies that you guys don't want to watch, and I watch them and review them and bring them to you. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. I look forward to it. It's my passion. So let's bring it on. I'm excited.
Yeah, we call him street level Shane around here. That's where he's living. That's where he's reviewing from. Chris, what about you?
As I said before, apparently people tell me the written word is dead. So
Just
I'm
yours,
hoping
Chris.
that, that's true. That's true. Well, much like what you're saying, trying to stay current is a little more difficult when you write about it, because you have to figure out your angle. You have to figure out where you're coming from and kind of rise to the top compared to everyone else, because everyone basically has a voice, but, when yours is put to screen or written on paper, most people are like, what'd you say? So I'm hoping that with this podcast, people will understand where the three of us come from and what we watch. I hope our personalities shine and give that breath of fresh air of podcasting. That's my hope.
Yeah, we all bring different things to the table. I mean, for me, if anyone didn't listen to the NOMCAST, I know that's why we're doing a new one. But I'm very excited because I spent a decade plus being a stand-up comedian. I've also been doing podcasting for basically almost just as long, and I've also worked on the sets of and offices of film and television for almost 20 years now. So, I like to think I bring a lot of things to the table here. Some fun to break up, what also is inside of me of this, stiff, rigid, professional, trying to be a film critic, getting into film festivals and doing everything else. I ride both sides. I love all of that. I like to do things that are fun, like top 5 lists, movie draft, things like that. Those things are awesome, but I think it also brings out stuff where I can love the latest blockbuster. I can love the Oscars. I can love trying to find a hidden gem from somewhere. And but I also like Shane. Like a lot of trash. I will ride for Deuce Bigelow Male Gigolo if you want me to. I will. I don't care. Wayne's World 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. I am not so on high that it's all Kurosawa all day, not that I don't like it, but I'm also riding for Wayne Campbell and Garth Algar any day of the week.
So for me,
Same.
It's the same thing. It's I know where my lane is. I am comfortable in my lane. And I told my other listeners, my other show, like, I feel blessed to do this. And I really do. So if I reach 5 people, like, I don't care about like hundreds or thousands, like that would be great. But if I can get 5 people to listen to my rantings and mad thoughts of movies and shows, I will do this forever because this is my passion. Like, I love doing this. So, for me, it's just reaching those couple people. If they take time out of their day to actually listen to what I got to ramble on about, I am blessed. So that's where I come from. like Andrew said, like for me, I'm waiting for the next Bruce Willis or Frank Grillo movie to come out to hop on. That's me. I'm right in that groove. So people, it's going to be fun. It's going to be something different. I love bouncing stuff off of different people. So yeah, buckle in because it's coming.
Yeah, and I'm going to become the biggest Jason Statham fan because I just need to know someone who's currently balding is also doing very well and very sexy. Chris, what were you going to say?
I will say I am anywhere between Jean-Luc Godard to Jackass because you guys pigeonhole me in this hoity-toity as Shane puts it, but I can get lowbrow. I can get right up there with Steve-O and the gang. And
admittingly, though, you two are more highbrow than I am. Like, admittingly, like I stay in the lowbrow genre. Like,
but I'm working on you, buddy. We had our top 5 Netflix ones, and we had a lot of Oscar talk. So I know I at least influence you to watch things like, or at least attempt to watch things like Tick, Tick, Boom, Lost Daughter, all the Oscar-ish films. So I'm working on you, buddy.
I'll surprise you once in a while, and you'll know that in our top 5 next week. So you'll be surprised because once in a while, I do have that in me. Like I have those highbrow movies in me. I do like that cinema, like not to drop. I'm not giving anything away for next week, but you'll realize I have it in me, but it's not my go-to.
You're going to be singing show tunes, aren't you?
Maybe, because I dance, baby. So let's go.
We bring a lot to the table, guys, and I am very excited for the 3 of us to continue conversations like this going in the weeks ahead. Nonstop. You're just going to get it every week from us, every Wednesday with new episodes. Thank you guys for joining along with me with this, and thank you all for listening to us do this. This is Recent Activity. Come join us, like I said, every Wednesday, and yeah, let's just keep this up. I'm looking forward to it.